Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another night of My Life Has Destiny podcast, where I am one of your hosts. Y'all know who I am, Quint Jones. And my sister is up here, Coco Fenton. Tonight, we are excited. Listen, we are about to introduce a new host that will be coming to the stage, y'all. Y'all know how I get when I'm tired. I'm silly. But I'm excited because this host is very dear to my heart. Y'all know what? I carried her. Okay, this is my baby girl, y'all. She is trying to share the live. This is Day Day, who is going to be coming to the stage with Mamu's Corner. And I am so excited about her coming and joining us. She's going to be coming from my computer, but I'm going to have her proud auntie say something. I'm very proud of her because, listen, she's come a long way, and this is a blessing. So I'm going to have her auntie say something, give some words of encouragement, and we're going to go from there.
And first of all, my niece will know that I'm super proud of her. Second of all, um, if she don't know, because she may not have heard me say it in a while, because she hasn't seen me face to face in a couple months. But um, you're doing well as a mother, so you should be proud of yourself and pat yourself on the back because there's a lot of people who sit where you sit and cannot handle it as well as you do. So hats off to you, ma'am. Continue to do what you do. Don't let the pressure of motherhood and everyday life get to you. Continue to keep your prayer life. And with that, um, God will always follow and continue to let Him guide you in what you need to do concerning yourself and your children. And all will be well. So,
All right. She can hear you, so she is about to come on over here. She gonna scoot on in the camera. Here she come, y'all. There she is.
Hey,
Hey, Day Day, how you doing today?
I feel good today. To be honest, I feel really good today.
Awesome. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Day
so
Day.
how do you feel about, I don't know, how do you feel that you actually, here we go. How do you feel of the fact that, you're actually um, doing a ministry in a sense,
Um,
and are you prepared for everything that's going to come with it? Yep.
how do I feel about doing ministry? Well, I kind of added to just one of the things on my list, I guess, because I've been doing ministry since for as long as I can remember. Whether it was just like with my gifts, just like dancing, singing, or just day to day with just how I talk to people. Um, children have always been my passion, Um, so there's a lot of things that I've kind of like dibbled and dabbled in, but it feels good to be able to like hone in on one and start perfecting it. Or maybe like two at a time because I know I'm in school too right now, but but like on the back end being able to like have that balance and take a step forward, it feels really good, but at the same time it's kind of scary because I like to stay in my comfortability, like what I know. I'm not too fond of change, but as my life is evolving and I'm going, like, God is taking me on this journey, I do know that it's imperative for me to speak out about it and not gatekeep. Like, that's not something I can just keep to myself. When you look around in the world, and there's so many different, I look at so many people who have been or are in my predicament, and there's no guide or rule book to it, and we kind of just figure it out. We get in these mom groups, whatever the case may be, and not every safe space is a safe space, which is why I wanted to create the ultimate safe space. I've been in some mom groups that just straight up cast judgment for whatever the case may be, like for the decisions that we make and stuff like that. And yes, you should hold people accountable, but at the same time, you have to understand, because if you've been where they are, you've been where they are. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where your channel is going to go. I'm excited to see the topics that you're going to bring up. I'm excited to see the guests that you might even have on. So, it's going to be something. I know it is. So, mother life, motherhood ain't sometimes I think what it's cracked up to be. But
It's definitely
it comes
ghetto.
with it comes with its challenges, but at the same time, it has so many ups. It has more ups than downs. Because you get to see your children grow. You get to see them start to become into their own kind of thing. And you can just watch it all play out kind of. So, you
Yeah.
know. And I'm glad you're a boy mom.
Me too, because yeah, I
Yeah.
want a girl. Don't get me wrong. I want a lot of kids. I've always wanted a lot of kids. I wanted like a cheaper by the dozen type family. Like, I want at least 12 of them things. I love the kids. But
Oh, oh
I
yeah,
think
no.
I'm going with my two right now. Cause especially Peanut's like a little human birth control right now. As y'all see, he be everywhere. He about to shut the podcast down. Look, okay.
No.
And then you mad because you can't play with it.
Right. Where's Spider-Man? Y'all, I'm sorry. Yeah. He's fighting his sleep. He's teething. And he's acting up. He's acting up.
So tell us a little bit about what Mamu's Corner is going to be about.
So Mamu's Corner is gonna be about, it is, like I said, it's the ultimate safe space. So
Wait. Sorry. Before you answer that, tell us where Mamu came from.
Mamu came from my oldest son, Zion. He couldn't really I talk really fast. So when I was telling him, like, mama, mama, it sounded like Mamu to him. And that's what stuck. So whenever he said mama, he said it really fast. And then at one point he just changed it into a ooh. And I was like, all right, well, that's what it's gonna be. Like, this is what it's gonna be. And at first I hated it. I was like, why can't you call me mama or mom or ma like any other kid? But once, like, I got used to it, I got a lot of encouragement in that, because I was like, why doesn't he just say mom? Like, why does it have to be Mamu? But I got a lot of encouragement from my mom and my older sister, and they were like, it's cute, it's different, it sticks, y'all have your own bond. So I learned to love it, like, almost immediately. And now he be trying to play when he'll be like ma or mommy, and I'll be like, that's not my name. Like, no.
Mhm.
So Mamu stuck. Is stuck.
Okay. All right.
So now
So,
for the second.
what are going to be some of the things that you're going to discuss or talk about?
Some of the things I'm going to discuss and talk about, of course, single parenting, that journey, because it's my life. We're gonna talk about toxicity in relationships. We're gonna talk about healthy relationships, um, routines, like establishing a routine, self care as a mom, mental health. Um, we might get a little raunchy, we'll bring in, some sex topics and stuff like that for the single moms who like to get down. We got to teach you how to be appropriate with it, and not having your kids exposed to everything, one, and then two, of course, protecting yourself, because we don't want more children in an already messy situation, and we don't want STDs or none of that either. There's going to be Q&A. We're going to have guests, a lot of people coming on telling their testimonies just about some of the things that they've been through in life, um, how they got to where they are, the success, the crowds that you're hanging with and stuff like that. We're pretty much going to touch on everything. Like, it's going to be a safe space. Again, it's a transparency. Like, it's full transparency. So it's going to be like, whatever we're going to talk about is what we're going to talk about without any judgment.
Okay.
So
Will your guests be people that are your age or
all
older?
ages, all
All
ages.
ages.
I think it's important that, again, I could say like the target audience will be like young single moms, but that would be a lie at the same time. So it's going to be pretty much for all ages, depending on the show, of course. I think it's important that you surround yourself with people of all ages. Like for me, I just turned 26, and I have a couple of friends that are my age, but we're all in different levels. Like, you could be 26, but there's a level of 26. There's okay, you have responsibilities, and then you're in your 20s, you can wild out kind of thing. And you need to have that guidance from people that are older, or have been like in the same position as you, or in like a similar situation, similar direction, so that you can hone it in. It's a balance.
So I know you haven't started your show yet, but I just got a ding on my phone, and the individual wants to know, what advice would you give a teen mom?
Well, hello. Um, a teen mom, I would say, don't give up on yourself and keep pushing. It's gonna be all about balance. It doesn't matter how old you are, because regardless of the fact, just being a parent in general is not easy. People cast a lot of judgment on teen moms. So you're gonna have to get like some tough skin, but you're gonna get that through throughout. Like, I was 19 when I got pregnant, 20 when I had my son. So it's like, it really doesn't matter the age. Like, I was 20, they're like, "Oh, you're still too young to be a mom." Um and I don't know how old you are, but in your teenage years, and be like, "You're way too young to have a mom," blah blah blah. But you still have to find a balance. Make sure you finish school. Put yourself in a predicament to where that you're still able to provide for your child as you get older. You don't want to be struggling year after year after year. So while you're young, you have to grow up fast. Like, the second you have a kid, you have to grow up. So you straight up, you finish school, first things first, that get your diploma, figure out what you want to do as far as career wise, and make sure that you get that financial stability. That's It's going to be key, so that you're not just struggling. So when you're older, make sure you save as much as you can, so that when you're old enough, you can go ahead, you can get your place, you can get your car, and do what you have to do. Because, yeah, you don't want to be 26 and living with your mama.
Although that's okay, stay at home as long
Long
as
as you
you
can, it's a
can.
save, yeah,
Mhm.
but I don't
And
know how what your relationship
she
is like.
said that she is 15, about to be 16,
You are 15 about.
and she's actually due at the beginning of January. So she hasn't had the baby yet.
Okay, okay.
And
So,
so she said that what she's dealing with is everybody, the criticism from folks because she's so young. And then she said the fact of that now she just gets a lot of weird stares and, comments from people. And so she has chosen not to be in school right now. She's homeschooling.
okay.
Um, and she feels like that's the best thing for her to do so she don't have to deal with all the drama. And she says that she's just worried about, one, this is something new for her. Two, she feels like she's going to be doing it alone because she don't feel like the father is going to be engaging in anything. Um, and she feels like she's let her family down. So
So, first of all, I'm proud of you for making the decision to protect your mental health first. That's extremely important in pregnancy, especially as you get closer to your due date. It's extremely important. You don't want to have a lot of stress going on. Um, when I found out I was pregnant, um, my dad didn't talk to me for I don't know how long. Like he went off and he didn't talk to me, and um, it was my mom that got me through. I knew that I was going to end up as a single mom as well, and I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's easy because it's not, but you can do it. Um, I understand, I was in the middle of a deployment, traveling the world. And I felt like a disappointment too. I hadn't even got through like my first year in the Navy. I'm pregnant. I'm living in the barracks. Like, now I got to do this. I got to do that. Everything was, it was, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. And that mom guilt kicked in and all of that. So the best thing that I can say is you're going to have to your mental health is going to be the first thing. You have to make sure that you take care of that. So if you're not in therapy already, get in therapy early before something happens. um the postpartum period is going to be the trickiest part of it all, because of the lack of sleep. I'm not sure what your family support system is like, but for me, I was in Washington State. So if something happened, somebody had to fly across the world because my family was on the East Coast. um and that's if they could, because everybody has stuff going on. um so the mental health part of it, if you start taking care of that early, then you'll be able to withstand a little more. You need to be able to have that outlet. um and again, establish a routine when the baby gets here. Within the first, I'm going to say within the first month, try to establish a routine with the baby if you can. Sometimes it takes longer, and that's okay. Don't be like hell bent on it. um because for me, like, I kind of just went with the flow of my kids and worked around them because that's what worked for me. Some people have their babies on a schedule to a T, so you literally just have to find what works for you. um and if you need anything, my inbox is always open. I have my auntie send you my page name, and yeah, get one-on-one guidance. The show is going to start on November 8th, and it's going to be at 8:30 p.m. live stream. So tune in every week. I would love to have you as a guest when you're ready.
And she says she's already in therapy. She's been going to therapy since she found out. She said, and she's having pretty much kind of sort of the same issue you had, where her dad isn't being supportive, but her mom is. She said that her dad told her that he wants her out when the baby is born, but her mama told her she ain't had to go nowhere. So she don't know if that's gonna bring a rift between her mom and dad at that point. Um, and she doesn't know if where she lives, if that state will allow her to get housing at that age for her and her baby. So
Well, when you turn 16, you can become legally emancipated. Um, if that has to be the next option, have your mom take you down for an emancipation. Um, and you're gonna have to prove that you're able to take care of you and the baby as well. So, is she working? Are you working?
she said she had just started. She said she had just started working at a fast food place 6 months ago.
Okay, and are they giving you maternity leave and all of that?
She gets
Okay.
maternity leave as part of it. Yeah.
Have you been able to save?
She said she started saving when she found out. She doesn't know if she has enough to technically be on her own, but she has enough to at least get things started for the baby.
Okay, keep saving, keep saving, keep saving. If you have a registry, send it. Um, as far as your parents are concerned, let them hash that out. You have to focus on getting the baby here, and you have to focus on taking care of that baby and putting yourself in a better predicament. Period. Um, your dad is gonna have his feelings because that's your dad, but his feelings cannot be your problem. Not right now. The only thing that you need to be worried about, what you are gonna have to worry about, is resting, relaxing, working, saving, and prepping your body to get ready to go through the changes it's getting ready to go through. Because labor is not an easy process. You need to be mentally prepared. You don't need to go in stressed out. And then when you come home and everything works, like just works time out. I don't know if you've tried talking to your dad yet, like maybe, or having your mom talk to your dad, like, okay, maybe give me a timeline, so that I can, be old enough to be able to get a place and everything else. Um, so that you're not having to hop around or anything like that. On another note, I guess I could ask, do you have a family member that you're extremely close with that will be willing to help out? Or
She says she has her aunt, which is actually her dad's sister. She is more supportive than her dad. She said that her mom told her not to worry about it because her mom says that she feels like once she has the baby, the daddy's feelings about the whole situation will change because now he'll have a grandchild involved in the situation.
it's a possibility. My dad, it took him some time to come around, but he's in love with my kids now. Um, when he's able to do for them, he does for them. He's taking my son on camping trips and everything. It's an adjustment for everybody. So I would just say give grace and
She
try not
said
to
she
stress.
she said it's been an adjustment from the beginning because of how the baby got here. She says she said if she told her whole story, it would just be a lot. So I'm taking it just by the way she's talking
Yeah.
that it wasn't because she wanted it.
Mm-mm, at all.
And so, with that being the case, and I think that that's what the case is, the dad is got a whole lot of feelings involved because of what happened to her and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that she's pregnant because of it,
Right.
and the fact that they're not. You know, I think because a lot of fathers in that situation would be like, get rid of the baby
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
kind of situation, and she's choosing not to do that. So
Right.
yeah,
That's
That's what dropped in
understood.
my spirit too.
Yeah. Your body, your choice. Um, period. And at some point he'll come around and he'll accept it. Um,
because she said she said my the only thing her father has said to her is what's going to happen when after the person that did what he did finishes his time and comes around and says that he wants to be in the baby's life.
you
So
cross that when you get.
You have a respectable.
that's what she's dealing with right now.
Do you
So we're kind of worried about how that situation is going to go. But I think that there's a way
Mm-hmm.
because of him technically being a child predator.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way for her to make sure that it never actually takes place in the first place.
right?
Absolutely.
So,
I would say seek out options for that. Do some research and see if it's possible to have a restraining order placed for you and the baby against the father. Just because of the situation. Um, because we don't. That's what we don't want to to see happen. If you don't want to deal with him, you don't have to. He's took enough from you. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. And that's, yeah. So I would say do some research before he finishes his time to see what's what. And if the court is saying that you have to allow it, supervise everything. Court supervised everything. Like
I think
there's
it's just
no.
going to be based on where state she's in. Because I know here, the state that you guys are from, they don't allow it due to the fact of of how
And
she,
then I know certain states, the laws are a little bit jacked up right now. So
yeah.
if you're in one of those states where the laws are messed up, court ordered everything, supervised everything. Any contact that y'all have needs to be via email, so that way you have documentation or one of the apps that they use at the court. But other than that, I would say see first if you could get a restraining order to keep him away.
Yeah, she said that she thanks you for answering her question. She said this was actually meant for our Q&A. That's what she thought was happening tonight. She said, but she will subscribe to your your stuff. So if you can put your, are you able to put your link in the chat
um,
so that
I
she can get it?
think so. I'm gonna comment it from my
Mama's corner.
yes, I'm gonna comment it in my personal name as well. And don't forget that you can reach out to me.
All right. Well, we are praying for you, sweet pea. I don't, she didn't give her name, but
What
we are
state
going to
is
pray
she
for you.
in?
Excuse me. I'm
What
sorry.
what state is she in?
She's in Massachusetts.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some personal research on that myself. Um,
Yeah. And then just make sure you're in the comment section next Sunday. Or or tomorrow night, and if we have the info by then, I'll make sure you get it.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
I
No.
posted the link.
Eat this. Here.
It's gonna say the after effect because this is an old page that I kind of just like revamped, but I promise it's Mamu's Corner.
Okay.
Um, thank you. Oh, Peanut.
So again, we'll be praying for you, sweetheart. I hope you got some of the answers that you needed. Um, we want you to be well to go into labor. We want you not to overthink it and think too much, because there are things that are beyond your control that you don't have any control over. So I don't want you to beat yourself up about what you can't do.
Please.
Okay, so um, I just want to say that. But other than that, I hope and we pray that you have a easy labor
A smooth one.
and that the baby comes out healthy and well and all of that good stuff for you. You're gonna speak that you're gonna go in labor with no complications, right? Um, and she said, how do you feel about if she tells you that she wants to come on the show, but she would like to have her mom on with her? Would that be okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We can definitely work that out.
Okay.
Um, so yes, hop in my inbox. Hop in
Yeah.
my inbox and we'll work that out and your mom is more than welcome.
So
More than
we
welcome.
are
Love to meet her actually.
we are with you, honey. So I don't want you thinking that you're by yourself because you're not alone.
You're not.
And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna pray you through this current situation. We're gonna make sure that we add you to our prayer list. So if you could drop your name for me, I'll put you in our prayer list, our chat, and make sure that we keep you lifted. Okay. All right. Continue over there, you guys.
Okay. Do we need a switch?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, Peanut.
Oh, now you just falling out all over again, really?
Yes. He was mad because we had a switch so we could plug the laptop in.
Yeah, we don't want to die. All right.
Okay. Any more questions for me?
Any more questions for her? It looks like it turned into her first show.
Yeah, yeah.
But that is a blessing. And to the young lady, baby, Medea said it best. Even though people talk about you,
Yeah,
it's not what they say, it's what you answer to.
that's what you.
So you don't have to receive everything in your spirit, You don't have to take what people say, and you can brush it off and keep it moving.
Yeah.
And I thank God for your mom being your support system.
And you are
Yeah,
great.
understand this. We understand that folks can be cruel.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Hmm.
of them just don't know what they say when they say it. And
Mm-hmm.
then, later on down the line they try to come back to you and apologize for it.
Right.
Right.
So, we realize that you cannot take something back once you say it. And
Mm-hmm.
so I want you to speak positivity over yourself.
That's
Don't
it.
say anything negative concerning yourself or your baby. Because obviously it says a lot about you that you chose to have it.
Right.
That's right.
And
Okay, so I need you to understand that.
it's really important to speak life into yourself as you're going through all of this, because if you don't, it'll have an adverse effect that we're praying that you don't even have to experience. Um,
Yeah.
so the positivity, speaking over yourself, is gonna be it's gonna be necessary.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want? What you want? What you want? I'm gonna go lay him down. Excuse me.
Okay.
All right. She had to
All right.
take a moment.
So what you got to say? Clint?
I'm just super excited about where the show is going. I know it's supposed to help build up young ladies. It's supposed to help build self-confidence. She's going to do stuff on beauty because she's in cosmetology school also. Um it's just to the a safe place, and it's always a blessing that she is walking into herself during this season and getting to know exactly who she is, and God is truly using her. So I'm excited about where the Lord is taking her.
She said she said that she is excited about life she didn't know. She said, of course, at 15 she wasn't expecting what's going on, and it's not like it's something that she planned. She said, but other just that folks are cruel to her, and it's adults, not other kids.
Right.
It's other adult people that are calling her out of her name,
Hmm.
saying that she asked for it.
That's why I don't like adults. Adults are jerks in real life. I hate adults.
She said, as
I'm gonna
far
be
as
honest.
her friends are
I'm sorry.
telling.
I
Go ahead.
strongly dislike adults for that reason alone, because especially like in the older generation, you never know what somebody is going through, how it
Mhm.
happened or anything like that. And for someone to say, "Hey, you asked for it" or anything like that,
Mhm.
I've never liked that. And I understand, I trust me, I understand that because it's happened to me too, more times than I can count. And no, you did not ask for it. If you were wearing something, no matter what you were wearing, no matter what was said, no matter if you were about to and you backed out of it and they forced you, it doesn't matter. You did not ask for that to happen. And no, you did not deserve for that to happen. So those adults can play in traffic for that one.
Yeah. She said that she's just trying her best to get her mind around the fact that this is what happened. First, that this happened to her, period, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
then the fact that now she's about to be a mom, which is something that she wanted later on in life for herself, but not right now. And she said that she's afraid that she's not going to get a chance to do what she wants to do, education wise or career wise, because she's going to have to put the baby first. And you have a lot of time to think about that, though, baby.
You
Um,
do.
like my niece told you earlier, don't you drop out of school though.
Don't do
Mm-mm.
that. I'm in
Stay.
college now. Um, like literally, I thought there was a point in time where I did let those thoughts get into my head, and literally my entire life revolved around my children, as it should, but to an extent. You have to be able to take time to pour into you, because your child's gonna need the best version of you, and if they don't have the best version of you, then you can't be the mom that you want to be. And then, not saying that you're not gonna be a good mom, but the image that you had for yourself, and what you want for your children and stuff like that, it's going to feel altered, because and you're going to feel burned out because you're not the best version of you. So it's going to be hard. Some It's going to be a lot of late nights, but it's so worth it. I'm in cosmetology school right now. It took me years to get into one of my passions. Years, just because I felt like, okay, I need to do it this way or I need to try to do it that way. I told you I love children. I went to school to become a teacher, but I didn't stick with it because I lost the passion for it because everything was surrounding my children. So it's like if I gotta go deal with someone else's kids all day and then come home and deal with mine, and I don't have time for me, I'm not gonna do that. So I switched hats and followed actually one of my true dreams. So it's not impossible. So my youngest, he has a babysitter. My oldest, he's in kindergarten right now, and we just make it do what it do. I find time in between the study. There's been times they've came with me to school. We work it out. We work it out.
And there are online classes. So, and there are some schools that may have daycare centers. And so you work it, you figure it out, and you don't quit.
Make sure you
And
do your research.
she said that she wants to um finish high school so she could get her diploma.
And you
She said
can.
so right now that's the reason why she's choosing to do homeschool,
Mm-hmm.
because she don't feel she knows, excuse me, she knows that she's not going to be able to afford to put the baby in daycare.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So she'd rather be home. That way,
Mm-hmm.
if something happens, she can stop what she's doing, go deal with the baby, and then come back and finish her schooling if that's what she has to do.
See,
Mm-hmm.
you're doing
She
good.
said
You're
that
doing great.
she does plan on getting her diploma. She said, but what she wanted to do college wise, she doesn't know how that's going to work with a little baby. Um,
What do you
she
want to do
said
college
because
wise?
she actually wants to be a scientist.
Oh
So she's, yeah.
yeah.
So we talking about somebody that ain't dumb.
Yes.
And
Listen.
in order to do that type of stuff, you have to have. I'm not gonna say that you have to have a genius mind, but you have to have one of those type of minds
And she do.
that you
She do.
always analyzing and you coming up with stuff. So I can see that happening for you. So I tell you that even though the baby is on the way, don't you allow situation and circumstances to kill your dream.
That's right.
And
Okay. If you,
when are you
yeah.
supposed to graduate?
She said, well, with her homeschooling, she could graduate early. So
Amen.
So if you
instead of her
can,
having to do 2 more years of school, if she would just kept going to public school, she can now finish next year.
and you
Awesome.
can, and that gives you right a year to save. Do your research as far as state programs, daycare assistance, and things of that nature. Um, that'll help put the baby in school. Even in your research for college, see if there's a college that you may like that might have a child care center. Um, to just bring some help in so that during the day when you're in class and stuff like that you're able to, and then again when it's time for you to study you're gonna have to like try to work around that either while the baby is at daycare or after he or she goes to sleep. And is it a boy?
She said yes.
um
She said what she really wants to do is she's glad that you told her to start a routine. So she wants to put the baby on a schedule so that she could work around the schedule and do what she needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
so when you're so when the baby's born, I'm not sure if you plan to breastfeed or do formula, but regardless, have a little log. You can make one or just get a notebook or just have a fancy one, however you do it. Write down his times for when he goes to sleep, when he wakes up, when he eats, and you put the diaper changes in between.
Yeah, she said she planned. She said her mom told her to breastfeed for at least 3 months.
Yep. I breastfed my oldest for the first month and my youngest for 7 months. It's taxing, but it has a lot of benefits to it. Um, we'll do a whole segment on that actually. Um,
Yeah, because she said what she said that she's a She said she was a little scared at the part where her mama told her about the latching on issue. She said she said she's not prepared for that, and we understand. Okay, nobody's prepared for that.
That once
Um,
you that first few weeks, I was like, look, what you want to do. You want to keep that area moisturized. Get you a nipple cream or butter, and
yeah, I
you can
got the one that says lanolin on the front,
lanolin is really good. And then there
white
was
and purple, white
yep.
and purple. I believe that's what the
And then
bottle
there
is.
was another one that I used. I don't have it. I'm gonna find it when we do our segment so I can show you it. And it doubled as a lip balm and a hand thing as well. It was very moisturizing. It was organic. Um, and then also use your breast milk. It has a lot of healing properties in it. So if there's ever if you crack or anything like that, you're able to put the breast milk on, you'll heal up within like a day or two. But just make sure before you pump, before after he feeds, you moisturizing yourself is
I'm
important.
sorry, we gotta have a laughing moment.
Yep.
Somebody just dinged on my thing and said, "Let me find out that breastfeeding can heal people. I need to go get some right now."
Breast milk has a lot of healing process, a lot of healing properties, and that's why a lot of doctors are starting to push for it now. But also, why doctors got to make their money, they kind of stray away from it too. Um, but definitely do the research on it. It's necessary for me. How I prepared for that. My sister is like a breastfeeding guru, and then I went on TikTok too, and I followed a bunch of breastfeeding moms. You got to make sure you're eating the proper foods. Drink a lot of water. You have to stay hydrated. So get you like one of them gallon bottles that have the times on it, and then yeah.
She said, "Do you recommend a certain pump?"
My first I had the Medela, I didn't mind it. And then with Zakai, I had an LV. I really and a Spectra. I love the LV because it was very convenient. I didn't have to hold it there, um, or sit at a wall with a pump. So if I needed to move around, but I also needed to pump, the LV was a good one, a hands free one, and it's still hospital grade. Just make sure um, you have to get the proper flange. So they have inserts and stuff. See a lactation specialist as well. They'll help you like measure that area so you know what kind of flange to get. Um, I love the Spectra S9 as well. That was good when I needed to one power pump, or B if I was just like really, really, really full and just needed to get it all. The Spectra was a good one. So I would say have a hands-free one and then one that goes into the wall as well.
She said that her mom said, "Thank all of us for creating a safe space so that she was comfortable enough to talk." Because her mom is the one that's actually listening to us.
Mhm.
She's listening to the audio, so she's typing everything, saying it to her mom, and typing it. Mom is typing it out. So
Wow.
Wow. Well, hi, Mom. It's nice to meet you.
So, how did you hear about us?
she said she started watching us when we were still. Oh, so you've been with us for quite a while. She said she listened to us when we was on Blog Talk.
Oh
Oh,
my.
So
Okay.
that's been quite a while. That's 3 years. All right. So
Mhm.
we appreciate you.
That's
Thank you for the
awesome.
support. She
Yes.
said, yeah, she said she has to do better on the consistency part. She said because when we was having shows, she was at work. So she would have to go back and watch the replays.
And that's fine.
Yeah. So we still, hey, replay is still good too.
and
That's
if you
why,
comment, we can still respond in real time.
yeah,
Or again, there's always the
yeah,
inbox.
we'll see them later. So we appreciate it. We thank you so much. But what we really do is we love the fact that you are that ride for your daughter. We
Yes.
Yeah.
appreciate you for being there for her through all of this situation because I know it ain't easy on none of y'all.
Mm-mm.
And so we'll be praying for the whole family. All right. And
And
we that
also,
was
if you have a registry, please
yeah,
send
send it
it.
to us.
Please.
Send it to us. And she said that her mom said, "Can you put even if you can't do it right now, are you able to put the link for the pump in the
Oh.
in the chat.
Inbox me so
She
that I
said
have your
because
page.
she said because she don't know if she's looking at the right thing. She said, "Does the pump you're talking about look like a bra?"
No, for
Okay,
the LV, yes, it does. It
okay,
will look like a bra.
all right. She
Um,
said she wants to make sure she's looking at the right thing too. So if you can just put the link to it in the chat, and she'll click it later.
if you can inbox me, I can put it right in your inbox, so you don't have to scroll through the comments.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I'll make sure that she gets it.
Are we talking about the hands-free one or both?
I guess it's the hands free.
Okay, it would be, yeah. This was the
She
one
just
that
wanted to make sure she was looking at the correct thing. She said, because when you said it, she went and looked up just hands free. She said, but a few of them pop up and they look like
oh, y'all
bras.
can't see that. Okay, I'm
You
sorry.
know, it's just really bright. All we saw was this bright thing. Yeah.
Copy the link and
I'm
put it in there.
trying. How do you copy?
She said she saw a few different ones that say that they're hands
In the
free and
bio.
they all look like bras. So she was just trying to make sure she was looking at the right thing.
Yeah.
We're
Share.
gonna make sure that you get the link one way or another. So you could get the whatever you need in the best stuff possible. I understand. You want everything that's gonna help. And make sure that you set positive boundaries with people. Um, especially right now. Uh, You know, with the baby coming and everything, you want to have really healthy boundaries, and you also want to have balance for yourself.
Hmm. You don't want to have everybody in the baby's face, especially in the middle of winter. That is flu season. It's RSV season.
Yeah.
You do not want to have just everybody in there. Make sure people are washing their hands and stuff. Um,
She said her mom said even though holidays is coming up, she said she's glad that she isn't due until the first week of January, but she don't know if the baby gonna hold out that long because she's already been having Braxton hicks.
how far are
So
you?
she's doing January first week.
So I was having Braxton Hicks when I was 19 weeks pregnant. Um, it's not impossible, and with my oldest 13 weeks, it's not impossible to they can start rather early, and it's really just your body prepping, as long as there's no changes going on in your birth canal.
She said the concern is that she moves around a lot on her job, and all of the constant moving and walking is gonna make her water break.
Well, you have an easy birth, but
Yeah,
when it's
because
time.
she's not. She said because they're not letting her go. As far as her being able to take a breather from the job until like the week before Christmas.
So if you need to have your doctor write a note.
Yeah, I
I
think that
had
was.
to stop working for both of my pregnancies, and I was on bed rest for months. So if you need to um have them, like, hey, she either needs to be light duty, or she where she's able to sit, take a breather, or have less days, maybe if you need to switch to part-time. um
Yeah.
and as well as you could see if they could write a note so that they could release you a little bit earlier if you need to listen to your body. So if you're having too many Braxton hits and stuff like that when you go to your appointments, she's doing January. So how many weeks is that? Where are we?
Let's see. What's that?
She got about 7 more
4,
weeks.
5. Yeah.
About 7 weeks, right? So they're gonna start checking your cervix soon if they haven't already. If you're having too many, you can ask them to check
Yeah.
to see if there's any changes being made. You don't want to do it too often because that can make some changes too. Um, and just because of the fact of like being so open and stuff like that. But if it's too much, listen to your body. Listen to your body. I can't stress that enough.
Okay. This has turned into a whole. You answered our Q&A for tonight, so appreciate
That part.
you. We didn't have to work so hard today.
Right.
Um. So
Bless the
I
Lord.
appreciate you. Yeah, but I really do. I'm praying for all of you guys because I commend you guys for doing what you're doing right now. And the one thing I do want to say is this, and then I'm not saying that it was your thought, but just whatever you do when your baby comes out, don't blame your baby for being here. Okay, that's the one thing I don't want you to do. Do
And
not blame your baby for being here, because I don't want you to be one of those parents that every time you look at the baby, that's what you see.
also,
Yeah.
um, forgive his father.
Yeah.
And when the baby comes, remember that he's his own person. He's
Yeah.
not his dad. He's not going, how you raise him is what's going to make the difference. So he's not going to be like his dad. He's not gonna, you know, you it's important, especially when it comes down to the mental health thing, because with genes and stuff like that, babies go through different phases. They try to figure out which parent they want to look like, which grandparent, which sibling, and it can be a trigger. But that's why you got to forgive them and deal with it now, so that you're able to deal with the triggers as they come, as far as the baby is concerned, and that way you don't build up any resentment towards the baby because of his dad.
She said she got one more question slash comment, because she really needs help with this one. And her mama even said that she needed help with this one. She said, I don't she said, this is the thing. This is my last question slash comment. She said, I had a pastor who I went to. Me and my mom sat down and talked to them, told them that I was interested in after the baby was born, and I do my 2 months leave time, that I wanted to get my baby christened. She said the pastor looked at me and my mom and said I would not christen the baby that was conceived that way.
What?
She said, so how are we supposed to feel about a situation where it was supposed to be a man of God, and the man of God spoke to us in that nature. So
I
I'm
am
gonna let y'all decipher that one.
I'm sorry, first of all, that you even had an experience. That church hurt is real. That's one.
Yeah,
Secondly, I would just wouldn't have ties with that pastor. I would forgive him and let him go.
yeah,
Um, it doesn't matter how the baby got here. The fact of the
yeah.
matter
It's
is
the fact that the baby is here.
that God loves the babies.
The
Yeah,
baby is still a
The
blessing.
baby is still a blessing at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how. God knows what you need when you need it.
yeah.
Point blank,
and
period.
and you are a blessing. So don't
That's
let
right.
Yeah,
nobody tell you different, because I can imagine how you felt for them to say that to you and your mom. I can
yeah,
just imagine that your mom was just sitting there with her mouth dropped open. I can imagine that. I can see it happening, because I believe that I would have done the same thing, but
right.
then I think I would have had a comeback that he wasn't ready for.
Yeah,
You know, and that's not what men and women of God are supposed to do.
yeah.
That man that you dealt with should have said, yes, I will gladly christen your baby for you. But while I'm christening your baby, let me ask you, what is your relationship with Jesus?
That's right.
Very
You
much
know what I'm
so.
saying? And that's how he should have responded to you. And I apologize. I don't even know the dude, but I apologize for,
Oh
I
no, you
apologize
good.
just because we are kingdom people over here. And that's
And
not how that's supposed to work. That's
he
not how that's supposed to go.
he should have been ready to bind up every generational curse that
Attached
was
to it.
attached to that baby. Like, I am so sorry you went through that. I would have got up and walked out, because he
Yeah.
should have been a part of your support system.
Point blank,
Yeah.
period.
Whew,
It should have never been something like that. So, well, I would forgive the pastor, but I
But I
would
wouldn't
not
deal
be
anymore.
affiliated with that pastor anymore. And trust me, there is a church for
For you,
everyone,
yeah.
and
that
there
will
is a church
gladly do
for
that.
you and your
That
mom.
will gladly do that for you.
But I would have got up literally and walked out, and the
Yeah.
pastor would have felt the wind,
That part, because
because
I'm
that's
just
there's
not
no
saying,
need,
okay
at the end of the day, there's
it's
no need
just a
to
fact.
feel shame about your situation
at all.
at all.
I mean, that baby is
A
truly a blessing,
blessing.
and you just need to love you, love that baby. Don't have no guilt, no shame, no anything
And
about keeping
that
your
baby, no
baby.
regrets, no
That's
none
right.
of that.
And you can handle this, because God won't put more on you than you can bear.
He won't.
And if
Ooh.
I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, but all things happen for a reason, and everything is done in God's timing. And nobody knows what you needed at this moment. And that baby could have been the thing to save you. So I thank God for the blessing that you carry.
Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. When are
Hmm.
you supposed to go back to the doctor, honey? If you're still here. Because I know you're texting my phone. Okay, so when are you supposed to go back to the your OB into in a week? Okay, I need you to when you go to your doctor's appointment, ask them to really check you. Okay, um, unless you've been having issues. Have you been having problems? Okay, all right. That's what I picked up on. So I need you to be real careful. Um, because she said she got preeclampsia, so I knew something wasn't right.
Hmm.
I felt it. So,
Have
um,
they been having her take
preeclampsia,
baby
you
aspirin?
sweat. Yeah, you know with preeclampsia, you'll gain a lot of excess fluid, and so you got to be careful of your intake of stuff too.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff can cause your preeclampsia. Some of the stuff you eat, and I know you might be crazy. Yeah, I know you probably got some really crazy cravings right about now, but I need you to make sure you watching what you take in because
Especially as far
your
as salt is concerned, you do not want to eat too much salt.
yeah
And I know you can crave with boys, you crave a lot of salty foods. Be
yeah.
careful. And you
So
need to watch your stress levels as much as you can. Are do they have you taking baby aspirin?
she said they just put her on some type of medicine that's supposed to relieve the swelling. She said she's think it's for fluid relief.
Make sure you every chance you get, put your feet up, massage your feet out, put your feet up.
You gotta be careful what you eating, baby. She said, yeah, she said it's the furosemide to read the what you call it, water
It's a
the water.
diuretic.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Yeah.
I couldn't even get it out. And
Yeah,
the
you
bad
gotta be
part is
careful.
I take it too, boo. So I couldn't even get it out my mouth just now.
Yeah, you
But
have to be careful. And then if it's it might be time for you to come out of work or adjust
yeah,
your hours. So
I don't think she's gonna make it
Are
to
you
the
eating fruits and vegetables too? Because
She
you
said
really
the
should
only
be.
vegetable she could eat, I mean, the only fruit she could eat right now is pineapple. Everything else is making her sick. She said
Baby, you can't eat a lot of pineapple. It's gonna thin out your cervix.
she's
yeah,
killing it right now.
Yeah,
That might be why you got Braxton Hicks going
that's
on.
exactly why you got Braxton Hicks. It's
Um,
acidic and it's gonna thin you out and it's gonna send you into labor.
so
yeah, she
I
said
know
she's
you're
eating pineapple and drinking cans of pineapple juice. That's
Oh
ooh.
god.
So
she's
unless you're ready to
craving
go
it.
in, you might want to stop with the pineapple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and
you about to
she
bring
said
yourself
she's
in.
craving it. So that's the bad
Yeah,
part.
you're
Yeah.
gonna crave it, but we're gonna have to find some sort of alternative or something because it's. I know it's hard, and I know you gonna cry about them pineapples, but like
That's not
maybe
Yeah,
like once a
I
week
think
or
it's
something
over.
like that. But we can't, or once a day or something like that. A small bowl. We can't just to appease the cravings,
No,
but
she
you're
said
gonna go into
she
labor.
said her mom is running out. Got went to like the store where you can buy it in bulk and got her a whole bunch of the little pineapple tidbits, and
no, baby.
she is killing the pineapples right
You
now. She
gotta
said
stop. Get some
that
bananas
is her
too.
major craving. So
You
Yeah,
need to get some bananas because I think you're on a loop diuretic, which is potassium
it will
depleting,
pull it out. Yeah,
and you need to put potassium in your system, but you gotta let the pineapples go because you're gonna send yourself into labor,
yeah,
and
and we don't want to do that too early.
right,
she said, will it also happen if she does grapefruit juice?
yes, it's all
Yeah,
acidic.
yeah. I'm a
Yes,
grapefruit juice fan, baby. So yeah,
You got to do it, and you have to do it in slow doses. For some people, it doesn't necessarily work because everybody's body is different. But seeing that you're already having preeclampsia, you're very young, your body is like in
yeah.
its prime to actually have a baby, and yeah, you'll send yourself rather quick. You're healthy, and you always moving around and stuff. You gonna go, sis. You might want to stop
Yeah,
with the
that's
pineapple.
why you haven't Braxton Hicks, baby.
yeah,
So,
you
That
are definitely thinning out your cervix.
So have them check you and make sure that you are not dilating.
yeah. That's good.
If you're at, and which you could be right now, but you don't want to be more than 2 centimeters dilated right now.
Yeah.
If you are, hopefully
She
it's
said
none.
she said she's been hurting and feeling pressure all day. So
And we're trusting
um,
God for a fully
Are your
a
developed
feet up right
full
now, my love?
full term type of thing.
full
She said
term
she's
pregnancy.
in the bed right now. So yeah.
No
Are her
Um,
feet
premature.
elevated? Like, does she have pillows
yeah,
under
she's
her
like
feet?
all the way in the bed.
Okay.
Yeah, no premature birth. We're trusting God for a fully developed,
Baby.
full term
Baby
baby,
boy.
healthy baby
Baby
boy.
boy. Yes. So we are, wow. Yeah. I don't know. Because I was just sitting here and I just like, wait a minute, what is wrong? So I'm glad that you said that. But I would definitely have my OB taken. I would even probably call her and say, can I come in early?
Hmm.
Type
Hmm.
of situation. Because I feel the need that you just really need to be checked. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling too much pressure, when they send you home, if you're feeling too much pressure or anything like that, the contractions are getting too bad, and nothing that they tell you to do is relieving, call labor and delivery. Don't hesitate. I don't care how many times you need to go. I went at least. I stayed in labor. I lived in labor and
She
delivery,
lived
to
in
be honest,
labor.
and both of my pregnancies.
she
I
said,
was
and on top of that, she think that she been doing one more thing wrong too. She said she's been rotating herself on a what you call it, exercise ball.
stop
Baby,
it.
that's gonna make you go in. All of the stuff you're doing is to
You are
prepare yourself
prepping.
to go
You're
into
You're
labor.
prepping
prepping
your
for
body right
pregnancy.
now. Like
Yeah,
you're prepping for labor right now. They say do it when you get closer to the end, when you're about 8 months, just to shake something up. But you already moving around and stuff. You're really ready to
yeah.
actually give birth. The baby gonna pop out. You gonna roll. It's gonna pop.
You at work moving around, going to and fro. You come home and rotate yourself on the ball for 30 minutes too.
Yeah,
No,
stop it.
I think
Stop
you
it.
I
need.
I
Deflate
have
the ball.
I have a question though, and it's a little personal. But are you having any discharge?
She said no, she don't have any of that. She said she's just having the
No
Braxton
slow
Hicks.
leaking.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
She
we
said
glad.
it's just she said it's the Braxton Hicks, and then the issue with the
And
preeclampsia because she notices that her feet are like 3 times the normal size.
okay.
That's a lot of fluid,
So
booty.
she's yeah, she still has
So
her plug and all of that. So stop with
yeah,
the rotating. Keep your
yeah.
feet elevated as much as you can.
Mhm.
Tell your doctors it's time for you to stop working.
I mean, you're doing the right stuff, but at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
Too
You're
Let's
doing
soon.
the right stuff, but at the wrong
Just
time.
way too
let's put it more
soon.
at like 8.5 months
You should
than
be
we
doing this
should.
next month, not the last
Yeah.
month.
In
So
December, if you want a little Christmas
yeah,
baby, why not? But not in November.
Mm-mm.
yeah, because
Too
you gonna make
soon. Too
yourself go
soon.
I
in.
mean, well,
You
if
causing your own Braxton Hicks right now.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, the Braxton Hicks were gonna come anyway, but you are like literally causing the you would be you're doing the things that will cause the change
Yeah,
in your birth canal.
yeah.
So yeah, have them check you. And if you're dilating, it's time to bring it on down until later on in your pregnancy.
And hopefully your pressure isn't too bad. Now, if the pressure is bad and you feel like you gotta pee, don't do it.
Please don't
No,
pee.
Pick
don't
up the phone. I
push.
need you to. If your mama not home when you feel like that, I need you to pick up the phone and call her.
Yeah,
I need you to keep your little bag that you plan on taking with your pack, and then I need you to get out your house and to go straight to the
to the hospital.
hospital.
Just don't
Okay.
push.
Don't
And
push.
if you are even now, like even when it's when you have to BM, do not push too hard. If it's just not working, it might be the baby's head.
Yeah, because
Yes.
that's what
Leave
Don't
she
it
said.
alone.
She
strain.
said
Don't
right
strain.
now she's saying she feel pressure. So
Yeah. Hmm.
please, if the
Don't.
pressure gets worse and you feel like you need to pee, I need you not to do. Even if you
While
feel
labor and
just you
delivery.
feeling like you got to go to the bathroom.
How
Period.
much? What's your pressure on a scale of 1 to 10? Is it pressure and pain or just pressure? And what's the scale?
No, she said she's at a 10 right now. She said she want to take some ibuprofen and see if it's gonna work.
No, ma'am. Call labor and delivery.
Yeah, she said she
Like
feel a whole lot of pressure right now.
call labor and delivery and have
And
and are
she
you
said it's
are you
because she
feeling?
when we was talking about the exercise ball, she was rotating on it at the time.
Oh.
So
That's
I
right. You're feeling the pressure.
that's why
Stop
she
it.
yeah she's she's doing a lot right now. So yeah.
We about to have a My Life Has Destiny baby.
Baby, right?
Listen, cause you sending yourself in labor, baby. So I'm
You
just
are. You
trying
are
to
literally sending yourself into labor.
in labor. So I need you to slow this.
Featuring Mamu's
I need
Corner.
you to
Right.
get off.
So
I'm
while
glad
you're
you
in the
told us we
bed,
in bed now. So I need
do
you to
your
yeah. I
do
need
your
you to
breathing,
deflate the
your deep
ball.
breathing. Somebody pop the ball. You don't need to be on the ball. Like
I need her to deflate the ball. That's what I
drink
need her to
some
do.
water. I hope you have water by your bed. You're not
Yeah.
if you're dehydrated, that can bring on a lot of pressure too. So increase your water intake now. Drink more water than you
Well,
have
right
ever
now
done.
she got too much fluid, so
Oh,
she
so she
got to
can't
be
drink that much
Yeah,
careful
water. Yeah.
she
because she
said
can
her
go into
feet are
fluid
huge.
overload.
Huh?
She said her feet are so swole right now she can't. It hurts to put on socks.
Hmm.
That means
Are
Yeah.
you feeling what other
you've been
symptoms are
doing
you
too
having?
much and you're not eating the right stuff, but you've been doing a lot.
Is mommy with you right now?
She said, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if that pressure gets worse, if you start getting nauseous and throwing up, any diarrhea, anything like that,
Hospital.
call labor and delivery and go to the hospital. Call
That's right.
first because you don't want to have to sit in the ER.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you want to do, which is why they have you to call so they can have somebody come get you. Um, and if anything just feels off, like I said, I lived in labor and delivery. Don't be afraid to go. They knew me by face, name, like what's up. They knew my voice, but it was what it was. I felt my both my pregnancies were high risk, and I almost lost both my children and me. So you know your body better than you, mom. Don't be scared to have to hem up these doctors a little bit. Be her best
Don't hem up the
advocate
doctor, mom. Don't hem up the
Hmm.
doctor.
with words, nice words,
Yeah.
Christian words.
Let's not have to call security.
Yeah.
Christian words. Remember the God in you. I'm sorry. And then being her advocate is going to be a major thing. I had to learn how to advocate for myself, just because I didn't really have anyone there. And once I learned that was it, I was like, y'all not gonna play with me, in my life and my children. You got to do right. So don't be afraid to advocate. I say mom, because mom knows what's best for her baby. And on top of that, you don't want those pregnancy hormones on the doctors. Been there, done that. You don't want that. Not at all.
She said, okay. She said she's gonna go ahead and call him now. She said because she keeps the pressure is horrible.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead. Get off with us.
And
Go
keep us
Yeah.
call and keep
updated,
us
Keep me
please.
updated.
posted. Keep me posted so I can tell them what you got going on. All right.
And
It was nice talking to y'all.
I think she's
Yeah,
gonna be our last question of the night because we're
that's
gonna
it.
call it a night with her.
That's it. Yeah. And if you go into labor tonight, let us know.
Yes,
We
Please.
please.
definitely want to pray you through the labor and congratulate you at the same time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Every time you go in the hospital, I don't know if you have headphones. Even if you don't,
Yeah.
relaxing. But I don't know what kind of music you're listening to. Guard your ear gates.
Yeah.
Um, Worship music, jazz, rain sound, some scriptures, just some relaxing that's gonna. You don't want anything with too many emotions and stuff all in the mix of that. You don't want that. Guard your ear gates when you go.
Okay. You heard. They said we sound like professionals. Listen,
We done been through some stuff, babe.
I done been in plenty of labor rooms, honey. I don't look forward to it sometimes because some of them people turn into momzilla
Look,
when
Hmm.
they in them labor rooms. I be like, listen, I'm not the one that helped you make it. You ain't gonna break my hand. You ain't
I
gonna
had
do
one
it.
momzilla moment, just one. And that's because, hi, Nikki, that's my best friend. Hey, girl. So, my momzilla moment, Dion had made me so upset because I'm in
Naming
labor
names.
and he was playing a game on his phone. And I was like, if you don't get off the phone right now, the nurse
Oh
was like,
God.
he's gonna ban phones from the room. Like, he got off that phone though.
Listen, again, too, baby, you are so brave to come up here at 15 and tell your story.
Amen.
So
And
I
I
just want
cannot
to commend you
wait
for
to
that.
have you guys on the
Yeah.
show. I can't wait. I'm
So
really excited
we
for
look forward to it.
Yes.
We look forward to be sitting in the background listening to the show.
who is the Facebook user.
Who's Facebook user saying, "Hey, y'all"?
Hey.
Yeah, I
What's your
don't know who
name?
the Facebook user is.
We
Let
can't
me see
see
if I
your
can.
name, so
Let me see
let
if I
us
can
know
see
who
one
you
of
are.
I'm so proud of that's my best friend. That's my best friend.
them.
Oh gosh.
Nikki, don't come up here having me acting up. Don't do
Mm-mm.
that.
Right, Nikki, because we was about to get off.
Hi,
Mhm.
Chai. That's my other best friend. That's my
China.
sister. 10 years strong.
Hey, China, Nikki, Faith, everybody. Hey, y'all.
Look,
Okay, we
I
sorry.
appreciate the
Y'all come
support,
on. We
y'all.
about to get on.
Right.
I love you guys.
And this
Y'all
was
watch
really
the
good.
replay and comment. We appreciate y'all coming up, but we about to get off.
Yeah,
But now
this
you
was
guys
really
see
this was
what
really really good.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this. I appreciate you, Dede, for giving her sound wisdom
Hmm.
and all of that good stuff because I know it can't be easy at 15.
That's
And
right.
so we really do commend you for that. And mom, we commend you for sticking by her again. And dad, if you're listening, don't blame your baby girl for
Good
what
night,
took place
Nikki.
with her. Love on her even the more. All right.
Amen.
Yes, forgiveness. I know it's hard to forgive the person that did this, but forgive them. Not for him,
For
but for
you.
you,
Hmm.
for your family, for your future grandson, because he's gonna need you.
Yep. And
Hmm.
I need you to forgive that pastor because he don't know what he did.
No.
He don't. He
He
don't.
don't know the mistake
Pray.
he just made, and it's okay.
And
Okay.
we pray. We just pray.
All
Um,
right. Well,
But
we
now
love
you
you.
guys see what Mamu's Corner is going to be about. This is just one of the things. I'm glad it actually went this way because I didn't have to answer too many questions
You
from
actually
y'all at least.
right.
And so I
Right.
was actually quite nervous about coming up here, but it went really well. I wouldn't have it any other day. I and any other day, any other way. I'm quite honored that I was able to assist in the first example of our safe space. That
Yes.
it
Yeah.
warmed my heart. To God be all the glory.
Yep.
Um,
She said she thought that tonight was Q&A, so that's why she did what she did, and that's okay. We're
That's
fine with that. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm glad that my niece was able to introduce her show first, and
okay.
then your question just happened to be related to
Right.
what
To
she
the
was
show.
doing. So listen, we know that God don't make no mistake.
he did.
Sometimes we laugh at him because he got jokes
Amen.
at how he does a thing. And so tonight it was meant for you to be in the comment section. I
That's right.
mean, and on my phone, and it was meant so you could get the questions and answers that you needed. So and
Amen.
you could get more support. So
Yep, because you got a support system here.
yeah,
It takes a
we
village,
we
and
love
that
you.
village can be anywhere.
That's right.
Yeah, we love you. We don't know you, but we love you. And
Amen.
so, we hope you stick, listen, have a good, easy pregnancy. Listen to people when they tell you to do certain things. Why? Because we want you to make it full term. Okay.
Amen.
No pineapples,
And no
no
ball.
bouncing on balls,
No
and it's
pineapple, no
time to
ball.
slow down at work.
Okay.
Watch what you're eating. Guard your ear
Yeah.
gates. That's your five
And
things.
and don't leave your house and try to walk 3 miles. Okay.
Don't do
We
that.
Mhm.
don't need you to
No
do that
curb
either.
walking. No none of that you see on TikTok that they say you could start early. Don't do it because you are already high risk. You cannot do the same things.
Yep.
Trust me when I tell you.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for us tonight. The announcements are keep watching us,
We'll be
keep
back
supporting,
tomorrow.
and go
Thursday,
and please
8:30
like and share
p.m.
my
Yes,
niece's
sir.
page. Okay,
Is it Wednesday
please
or is it Thursday? It's Wednesday.
like
I'm sorry.
and share
I'll be
her page. That's what we need you to do. All right, we love y'all.
at-
So,
Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Mamu's Corner. Don't forget, tune in, subscribe on YouTube, like the Facebook page, follow on TikTok. It's all Mamu's Corner. Good
Amen. Good
night.
And
night,
we love y'all to
everyone.
life. We love y'all to live every day on purpose. Make it count.
And walk in your destiny. Good night.